Hi and welcome to my channel. So today it's time to talk about Anno 117 Pax Romana, and I'm here to answer two things. So what's actually new in this game, and does it have anything in it that makes the game better and stand out compared to other games in this genre? So let's dive right in and let's find out. When I started playing this game, I didn't immediately get that thing from like, wow, this is something new, they reinvented everything. It wasn't like that. It was more like after I played a few minutes, I noticed that I started thinking I need to focus because it has a different vibe and there is new stuff happening here. The thing that really caught me is the Roman setting. I have to admit I'm a bit of a Roman era buff, so it doesn't take too much to win me over. When I were to compare it with the older Anno settings, then I would say this one comes across more calmer. It feels older and it feels more grounded. You're not dropping steel factories or futuristic shipyards. You're trying to run a Roman province. And that alone felt very different to me compared to the other Anno games. And the first thing you need to do in this game is to find out which province you would like to start with. In my case, I went with Albion, and it instantly pushed me to adjust the way I'm used to playing. The land, it felt rougher, the resources flow was different, and it genuinely changed how I thought about expanding. So for me, this is new. It isn't just repeating those old Anno patterns we know. And something else I like more than I expected was how approachable everything feels. For me, the other Anno games, they can feel a bit overwhelming. But here, the UI and the pacing are much more forgiving. I never felt lost when playing this game, and it never felt like a fight to progress in this game. But okay, not everything in this game is smooth sailing. There was one moment that genuinely frustrated me, and I think this is a thing that happens to other players as well. In my case, my town was doing great, I had my people, they were happy and everything was going well. Well, at least that's what I thought, because suddenly my city status dipped hard. And I spent like, 30 minutes just to figure out, going through the menus, why and what has happened, because the game just did not explain that. So I was really thinking, come on, just tell me what the problem is so I can fix it. But like I said, this is a thing that I've read about that other players also encountered. It isn't a game-breaking thing, but yeah, it was very annoying. And another thing that did not work that well for me is the campaign. I have to say it looks like it's offering a lot of meaningful choices, but in reality for me the outcomes felt pretty similar. And again, this is not a game-breaking thing, but I would have hoped that my decisions in this game and throughout my campaigns did really matter. And the same applies to combat. It works, but that's about it. I never had that rush or any excitement during battles, so in the end I was just rushing through them so I could get back to the building part. But all in all, this game is really not that bad. And I have to say, despite the issues I just mentioned, I had a lot of genuinely nice moments. There were evenings when I was playing, I was just zooming into my city and watch the people walk around, listen to the ambient sounds and slowly expand my city. And for me that gave off a very pleasant vibe. It's relaxing in a way a lot of other strategy games I played aren't. And this for me is also at the heart of this game. It doesn't overwhelm you with big loud features. It just gives you a place you enjoy being in. And now I come to a part which I think is almost unavoidable. The comparison between Civilization and Europa Universalis. And I think this is a fair comparison to make, because I know a lot of people who play this kind of games are always bouncing between those three games. If I were to compare Pax Romana to Civilization 7, the biggest difference for me is the pace and the focus. Civilization 7 is more about expanding, grabbing land, dealing with diplomacy and pushing for some kind of victory. And of course, it's turn-based, it's high level, and every decision feels like it impacts your entire civilization. So this all gives it a more heavier and more competitive vibe. And for me, that sometimes is a bit exhausting. But of course, this can be a good thing if that's what you're after. And how does it compare to the Pax Romana game? Well, it's hands-on, it's grounded, and it's way more about shaping a single place. You're not trying to dominate a whole continent, you're just trying to make one province work. It's way slower, it's way calmer, and for me it's more about the atmosphere than the action. And how about when we compare it to Europa Universalis Part 5? For the people who have played the Europa Universalis games, then you know that that game is a giant historical machine. There is so much going on. There's diplomacy, there's war, there's religion, there's trade, there's culture, and more and more. And all of this is layered and it's deep. And it can take you hours just to understand how the mechanics work. And having said all that, I feel that if you want a true grand strategy experience where you are able to rewrite history, then most definitely you should go for Europa Universalis. But of course, it's not a competition. It's not like it's trying to best that game or to outshine it, because Pax Romana is just different. It's more like let me chill and let me build something. So even though these two games are probably in the same genre, you will get a very different experience from playing the games. And now let's talk about what I think about this game in general. What's my verdict? So, okay, after spending a solid amount of time playing Anno 117, this is what I came up with. For me, it's a very good city builder with a few smart new ideas. It has a strong atmosphere. And of course, it also has a couple of rough edges, you'll notice, but they are forgivable. The new building system, it works. The Roman and Celtic starting paths, they work as well. And it's a very accessible game, even if you're not familiar with this game's format. But if you want a game that has a strong campaign, then this isn't it, because I feel it didn't hit as hard as it should. And the same goes for combat. All in all, it's fine, but it's something you will forget soon about. And if I were to put a number on this game, then I would say it's an 8 out of 10. Why? Because it's not trying to revenge everything, it's trying to give you a relaxing and engaging place to build. And on that level, I felt it succeeded very well. Okay, that's all from me. I'm curious, if you play this game, how did you feel about it? What do you think about the game's pacing? Do you feel it was relaxing or did you think it was boring? And of course, if you found this review helpful and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It really helps me keep these reviews going and helps me to keep motivated. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.